So hi, my name is Melanie. I live in Hampton, Virginia, and I suffer from a crazy case of imposter syndrome. I don't know why. I don't know where this came from. I feel like I've been suffering with it since basically adulthood. I remember just having a ton of just really good ideas that I just never ever pulled the trigger on. And 10 years ago, I remember telling somebody I want to do food reviews, because I used to know all the best restaurants and I'd always be the first one to go try them out and try out different things on the menu that the average person just wouldn't even think to try. And I talked myself out of it. I remember being well, that's kind of stupid. Nobody cares what I eat, and nobody's gonna care what I think of this food, because they may like it, and if I don't like it, who cares? I just remember talking myself out of it and thinking, well, that's a dumb idea. Fast forward to people who actually make a living doing it right now, and shout out to y'all. Good job. I wish I had just kept going like you did, and just stayed consistent with it. And yeah, I wish I did not have that paralyzing imposter syndrome. But fast forward, and it didn't go away. I remember a few years later, I had even went so far as to get a logo made. I knew I was ready to do this, right? I wanted to do travel blogging. I got a really cool, the melanated travels, because my name is Melanie and I'm melanated, and I was a melanated traveler. It was gonna be so dope. I was gonna travel all over the place and just kind of report back and telling you about how I was treated in such and such country, what the best foods were, what my experiences were, what excursions I did, what I liked, what I didn't like, did I feel safe? And then I talked myself out of that. Well, nobody cares about me going on vacation a bunch of times and traveling and writing about what I did. Then I started thinking, well, people think that I think that I'm better than them because I can afford to travel. And I don't know, I don't even know where these thoughts came from, but I talked myself out of that, so I didn't do it. Then COVID happened. But fast forward a few years after that, my little brother, Eric, he sends me all these different motivational speakers, and he's like, Mel, not that he thought I could be a motivational speaker, because he would be a great motivational speaker, not me. But he was like, Mel, you're really good at this real estate thing. At the time, I was managing a team of 8 agents. I was making a ton of money. I was really good at, I am really good at real estate and leadership. And he was like, you should put together a course. People would pay money to learn from somebody like you to figure out how to get from the bottom to where you're at now. And I just remember telling him, no, they wouldn't. I'm not even a top producer. Nobody would care. Nobody would listen to that. And I talked myself out of that. So I said, you know what? I got to stop doing this. So fast forward to last year. Probably this time last year, last July, I said, you know what? No more. No more of this imposter syndrome. No more of these great ideas that I have that I never execute. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna open a coffee shop. Now, my why is because, so my older brother, Aaron, he passed away last year unexpectedly. He had a heart attack at 45 and turned my whole world upside down. But I knew I wanted to do something to honor him. So the coffee shop, because it's gonna be a 90s theme, and AK loved all things 90s. The coffee shop is going to be a 90s theme, and it's going to be dedicated to my brother, but also it's a milestone for me. It's finally an idea that I'm going to force myself to see through. I am not going to let imposter syndrome take over and have me talking myself out of it this time. So that's what I'm going to do moving forward. I am very excited to do this because I remember last year, whenever I was thinking it was just an idea. I remember getting on YouTube and I could not find videos of people that look like me, going through the challenges of trying to lease space and just all the things, right, that come along with trying to open a brick and mortar business. So I was like, you know what, there's a lane for this. there's absolutely a lane for this, because I feel like there's going to be more me's after this that are going to be looking for what I was looking for. So if I can provide that to you, and if I don't care if the same 8 people watch this channel every time I post something, and I get to one person and make him or her realize, you know what, I can do this. If Mel can do this, I can do this. Because I promise you, if I can do it, you can absolutely do it. That's a win for me if I get to one person. So I'm just super excited. I'm going to post content about the good, the bad, and the ugly of again, this is just my experience, my coffee shop journey. I'll let you go through the build out process with me, the hiring, all the way up until soft open. So I'm super excited, and I'm not going to let imposter syndrome win. Gary V, I love your video. The one that's basically called Just Do It. Shout out E. King, my little brother, for sending that to me. I watch it all the time, especially when I get that paralyzing fear of like, I don't belong. I can't do this. Like, I'm not good enough for this. Like, I should just sell houses and just stick with what I know. No, just do it. Because what's the worst that can happen? Right? The community's already shown me love. They're super excited. It's not a dumb idea. That's what I always say. What if this is a dumb idea? What if people don't like it? It's not a dumb idea. A dope coffee shop, 90s theme, and honoring my brother in my hometown. I'm ready. I'm super excited, and I hope you tune in for more of my videos. See you soon. Bye.